Stefan Molyneux is really, really an odd guy. I think that's really the best way to put it, to be completely honest with you. He just comes off as this really submersed person to where his entire life deals with these things that seem to just consume him, and he doesn't really like think or do anything else. And he right here, obviously, Colin Kaepernick was, chosen to be this headline of this advertisement by Nike, which was it was absolutely huge for Colin Kaepernick and his cause because having a billion dollar plus company, billionaire company, obviously, back you, that gets you serious, cred, because you essentially have this huge company backing you. They're saying, despite the economic risk that we're going through, we've calculated that, hey, we're going to support you anyways. Now, of course, conservatives were really angry, and they started, some of them, honestly, it seemed to be like there weren't even really that many of them. But I mean, they were burning their Nike socks and shoes and whatnot, which is laughable in and of itself, because it's like, dude, you paid for the fucking shoes, so why would you burn them? It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid. But let's see what Stefan Molyneux says about what you should do if your friends don't want to stop wearing their Nikes like you do.
If you want, say, Nike to not have a cop hating guy like Colin Kaepernick be the poster boy for their Just Do It campaign, then obviously you give your Nike shoes to, to the homeless people, and then if someone in your friendships, your families, or whatever has the Nike shoes, you sit down, talk with them, and say, "This is like horribly offensive. This is nasty. Do you see what they're doing?" You just talk to people, and then if it's some friend or acquaintances, and they're like, you get into this, and they won't change their mind based on reason and evidence, you cut them the hell out of your life.
All right, so this dude says a lot of crazy shit too. He said some crazy shit that I've talked about before too. Like, he'll be going on these weird rants about the left and its craziness, and then be like, they're trying to cut your head off, and then he says metaphorically, he throws that in at the end. I want to make that clear too. But you can just tell the man is so submersed and just so deluded. But I thought, like, what happened to, the right wing supposedly being tolerant? Like, seriously, you're gonna like you're gonna stop being friends with someone because they want to continue wearing fucking Nike shoes? Nikes. I think that's the biggest shoe brand there is, right? It has to be. I mean, what else would it be, right? I guess Adidas, but they're not even close. But you're talking about your friend wants to continue wearing their foam posits or whatever the fuck they want to keep wearing, their Kobe's, their LeBrons, and you're like, all right, man, you know what? Because of the fucking shoes that you wear, I'm not gonna be your friend anymore. That is insane, dude. Not only is that just a really weird thing to do, but man, oh man, like, what happened to this? The whole statement used to be, the myth of the tolerant left, and now you're sort of proving to be on the opposite side of that. Now, there's also another little thing that I wanted to tack on here. So, uh, someone sent this to Eric Weinstein, and the person asked, "Is this tool considered to be part of that group?" That group being the intellectual dark web. And Eric Weinstein responds saying no, meaning that Stefan Molyneux is, unfortunately, fortunately, whatever you want to consider it. I guess that comes down to what your opinion is. He's not part of the intellectual dark web, and I think that Eric Weinstein is like the creator, if I'm not mistaken. So, hey man, Stefan Molyneux, you're a douche, dude.